This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, back with another commentary about life. Or I guess this won't be a commentary about life. This is a straight video about the ignorance that goes on with you people, and that's me muting my phone because I don't want alerts interrupting this. But so if you haven't heard, rapper Mac Miller died at the age of 26 of an drug overdose. He had drug issues. He definitely has had drug issues in his lifetime. And I'm sorry to see him go like that, you know. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get himself together and to get his demons taken care of. And my heart goes out to his family, friends, all of them who are like grieving. It sucks. I mean, 26 years old. Jeez, that is way too young. But there's also a problem that has been resurfacing with the death of Mac Miller, and that is the male perception of a woman's responsibility for them. What I mean by that is, if you don't know, there have been a lot of people attacking Ariana Grande. Is it Grande or Grande? Sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, but they've been attacking Ariana Grande and blaming her for Mac Miller's death. If you don't know, they had a relationship. She broke it off because it was pretty much a toxic relationship. He couldn't get over his drug abuse, and she basically wasn't going to stand by there and watch him destroy himself like that and to bring her down with him, which is fair enough. In relationships like that, you can only do so much for someone that you love, and you can't continually sacrifice yourself and your well-being and your health to try to help them get their shit together. You know what I mean? Eventually it's just gonna be too much. It could be unbearable, and it's probably best that you call it off so you don't lose yourself as well. I have no problem with that, but apparently a lot of the internet have a serious problem with her leaving him, claiming that he wouldn't have did this if she had stayed with him, which to me, I'm like, pause. He wouldn't stop using drugs while he was with her. What makes you think that everything was going to change if she would have stuck it through? Like, are you trying to say this was just a phase that he was going through? He just needed her to ride it out? No. Furthermore, she's not obligated. No person, let's say this, no person is obligated to stay in a relationship that they're uncomfortable in and they're unhappy in. I don't care what the situation with the other person is as far as like their mental health or their personal issues. You cannot totally give yourself over to someone and not have your own life, your own feelings, your own emotions. You can't just all be about them and what's going on with them. She was right to leave him. She tried to get him help. She was there for him as much as she could. He persisted on this lifestyle. It took a toll on her mentally. I don't know if it took a toll on her physically, hopefully not, but it took a toll, and she had to get out for her own sake. It's not a selfish thing to want to make sure that you're okay and that you're happy. You know what I mean? And if he truly wanted to maintain a relationship, he would have did the things that he needed to do to ensure that they remained together and they were happy together. But the biggest point is, why are you guys blaming her for his death? Again, she's not obligated to him. She's not his caretaker. She was his partner. She was his girlfriend. I believe they actually got engaged, so she was his fiance. If you want to say she was his woman, but it wasn't a possessive thing. They were together in a relationship. It's not like she was his and she broke a pact, like he owned her or anything like that, or that she owed him anything like that. it's just ridiculous that that mentality still persists today. Like, I work in a place where I see older men all the time come in, and it's kind of quite sad because they came up in that era where that was the way things was. You know, man and wife get together, man goes out work, woman takes care of everything else, including him. You know, all he has to do is just bring the money and, you know, the money home. She takes care of everything else, the bills. You know, she takes care of the, you know, children, the house, all that. You know, it was just all about, like, you take care of everything. And these guys, they're not able to, like, take care of themselves. They can't handle, like, doing basic things. Financial issues come up all the time with them because they don't know how to manage their finances. They have no clue about what's going on with their finances, anything like that. Yeah. It's just a ridiculous situation that we see. I tweeted out about it, and thank you to everybody who did the retweets. And hey, even thank you to you toxic people, because you make life interesting sometimes. You're a pain in the ass, but at the same time, it's interesting to see just the weird mentality that people have when it comes to this thing. Like, one person actually tried to argue with me that there's a problem with people not blaming her, and that we're just thinking that it was fake news. Like, really? I hate that fucking term, and I wish he had never said it, because when you don't have anything intelligent to say, you have no real argument, you say fake news. Saying fake news, by the way, people, unless you're doing it in jest, is showing the world just how stupid you are and how little of a point that you have in your arguments. So please, for the love of God, unless you're doing it in jest, do not use that term, because you don't want to expose yourself for the idiot that you are, okay? And it was just ridiculous, because he was just like, you know, what if we found a note and he blamed her? That doesn't excuse his actions, and that doesn't put his actions on her. That means that he's trying to excuse himself of the responsibility at best, but it by no means makes her responsible. Because again, and I think this is something that, and this is why, like, I'm going to respond to somebody, because somebody asked me why especially men, because in my comment I said especially men have to grow up over this. It's because we have this stupid mentality that once we're with someone, they're under contractual obligation to do this or that and the third without question, and that if they leave, they're breaking a contract. It don't work like that. That's not your possession. And I think that's why I say especially men, because men have a really huge habit of treating women like objects, like something to covet, like a car, like a new pair of Jordans, things like that. And it's sad that it still persists in this day and age, because it's like, yo, haven't we moved from that? Like, all of the, like, it's like I said to a friend of mine about different things when it comes to race and stuff like that. For all the stuff that we have done to show that we've progressed as human beings, we surely haven't come that far if this is still something that people still have to debate. It should be without question, it's not her fault. It should be without question that he had issues that he needed to take care of, and he didn't, and unfortunately he took his own life. And it should be without question that it's wrong to blame someone else for someone else's problems. She wasn't there to create those problems. She didn't create it or anything like that. I could see if it was an issue of she was an abusive girlfriend and he couldn't escape the relationship, so he turned to drugs, and eventually during their relationship he OD'd because he was so fucked up. And even then, you only have a slight point, because at the end of the day, motherfucker can leave. You don't have to stay. You know, and yes, I do understand for some people that situation is hard, but you still have to take some of the blame for not being the one to leave. So it's just crazy. It's just very, very crazy. Like, I'm not saying, you know, that we should vilify Mac Miller for doing what he did. Like, God only knows what else was going on in his life. Everybody's so fixated over the whole Ariana Grande Mac Miller relationship thing that No one's sitting here trying to ask the questions and find out what was going on with this young man. What could people around him could have done to help, you know, what did he need, and to use this as a lesson for others to like, yo, sometimes you need to just find an outlet to talk things out with somebody. You need to find another way to make peace instead of turning to vices like drugs and things like that. Hopefully other people will see this, and if you're in that situation where you're using drugs and things like that, you have something going on, if you see that and you realize like, you know, I don't want to lose my life, I need to seek some help. But no, we're taking this to a point where everybody is just like, I just got like more replies to things, and I'm like, y'all are really, really not understanding that, one, you're making the worst ridiculous assumptions and arguments to try to vilify this woman for not staying in a relationship, you know. And two, we're totally ignoring the real crux of the problem, is that there was something going on with this guy that made him, you know, continue down the path that he did. And we need to start evaluating this and looking at the life lessons that we can take from this. Not blame Ariana Grande. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with society. It's just crazy. And, you know, I guess it goes to my whole, like, this whole social media thing. It's just ridiculous because people find all types of manners of ways to just say the most mind-boggling things and to make the wildest arguments that I've ever seen in my life. But I guess I gotta go and respond to a comment again. This video is long enough, but guys, seriously, if you are feeling down about like a relationship, call out your boys, go hang with them, talk to them. If your boys aren't the type of people you can talk to, find someone you can talk to. Honestly, I've seen a lot. The positive thing that I've seen come from this is that I've seen a lot of outpouring from people who have been advocating for people to seek help in any manner. Who've even offered, like I saw J. Cole was like, yo, if you don't have nobody to talk to, hit me up, please, because I ain't trying to see nobody else go through that. You know what I mean? You have like celebrities, just regular people of all walks of life coming out and just like encouraging people, go seek help, talk about it, find someone, find something, you know, find a better outlet, you know. Don't let this stuff lead you down the path that he did, you know. And that is the part of social media that I'm encouraged by. But this so, let's blame Ariana because she's the root of all evil or whatever. It's just dumb. She should not have to suspend her account. Because how do we, the last point I'm going to make is like, how do we know how she feels? This was someone that she loved. She's probably just as fucked up as anybody else. Just because she wasn't happy in a relationship and didn't want to be with him doesn't mean that she didn't care for him. And she's going through things. In fact, I kind of feel really sorry for Ariana Grande because she's had a hell of a week and a half or so. You know, from the black community attacking her for being one of the choices, to sing at Aretha's funeral, to people going on about how she wore this short mini dress and how disrespectful she was and all that, to having her breast grabbed by a preacher on, you know, all that for everybody to see in this large event, and then like have the dress thing come back up as an argument as to why he like should be excused to do it. It's like, yo, now this, she's going through it. I'm surprised she didn't just delete every social media outlet and say, fuck it, I'm done with y'all people because y'all are trash and I don't need to be bothered ever again with human beings right now unless I'm on stage. And I probably don't want to even do that because I'm sure people are going to find a way to fuck with her there too, because people are fucking disgusting these days. Like, good Lord, I don't understand what is going on. But anyway, I did my like 14-15 minute rant. Hopefully you guys you know, hey, whatever you feel, say what you feel. More than you know, welcome to entertain any comment, even the stupid stuff that I know I'm going to get for this. But anyway, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers and I'm out. Deuces.